As a founder, you want to succeed. And to succeed, you want to build a high-performance team. How do you do that? What do you look at? I would like to share today how I came to change my perception of age and experience when building a high-performance team in a startup. So age first. Wharton, the MIT, and a couple of other institutions this year published a research report whereby the main conclusion is that older entrepreneurs outperform younger founders. In short, the older you are, the higher your chances of success. It is true until the age of 60, and it is also true for the rare unicorns founded by older entrepreneurs. Second, experience. The same study and others showed that older successful entrepreneurs share several characteristics, of which they are experts, they know their domain, and they have been successful in their job. So far, so good. It's great. I tick the boxes somewhat. And when you look for people, when you want to build your team, you tend to rely on the conclusions of these studies, and therefore the reflex naturally is to hire experienced people, serious people. Our first hire was very good. He's our CTO, he's here. He ticks all the boxes, he's an expert, all good. The third hire, the number 3, was also very good. She leads our tech team, she's a software engineer. Number 2 and number 4 and subsequent senior hire were good, but it didn't go as great as expected. And then 2 things happened. First, we couldn't hire senior people. They wouldn't join us. They wouldn't take the risk to go to a startup and leave their established job. Second, my daughter changed my perception of age and of experience. So my daughter, she's the middle of our 3 children, the middle one, graduated from college at 20, from university. She is born just before the cutoff date, which decides in which academic year you're going. So she always was the younger of her grade. And on top of that, she went to university, McGill, who gave her an equivalence for the first year on the back of her grades in high school and her IB diploma results. So she went through university in 3 years instead of 4. She started to work just after graduation, shortly after her 21st birthday, and that's about the time I founded U-reg. She worked for the Tokyo Olympics. Actually, she was working for one of the official data providers of the Tokyo Olympics. And due to her ability, she was doing well, and to the fact that some foreign staff had left Japan during COVID, when the games were postponed, she was promoted to be a VRM. A VRM is a venue resource manager. She was the VRM for the equestrian competitions on several sites. So it means that she was the person in charge of all information, all data communication from the competition sites that was sent and relayed to TV channels, media, and anybody who would use the data during the competition. It's a big responsibility. She showed us pictures of the site. Coming from a financial background, it looks like a dealing room or a control room. You had computers, you had cables everywhere. She was telling us stories about how the International Olympic Committee would come and audit them to ensure or to understand their contingency plans should disaster strike during a competition. I was worried. I was really worried if she was going to make it or if she was going to just go through. I was actually checking the news during the Olympic on the equestrian competitions, not because I'm a horse fan, because I just wanted to make sure everything went okay. I obviously was very wrong. I had no reason to worry. She breezed through the whole thing. She had a blast. And they asked her if she wanted to go to Beijing 2022 and Paris 2024 with more responsibilities. She actually decided to join a large tech company. She's doing well. She just turned 24 2 months ago. So here I am. I'm stuck. I can't hire people with experience. And she changed the way we looked at people, or I looked at people. If companies at the Olympics who have zero room for error, no room for mistake, trust people who have no experience, who are young, of course after training, I mean, it's not like they put them out there, for such important tasks, why can't we? Why can't I? So I started to look at people who had potential, who had skill sets, rather than people who were experienced and were ticking the boxes. Did it work? Yes, it worked very well for us. What the 22 to 25-year-olds who joined us in business development, in project management, in tech, achieve is impressive. So why did it work? It worked maybe because we're a small company still, but I think mostly for 3 reasons. The first one is expectations. With responsibilities, with trust, when you empower people, and again, with training, with mentoring, come expectation. There were high expectations for my daughter during the Olympics. I have high expectations for my team. But the younger generation like it, they want it, and that's how they actually deliver on these expectations. Second, the purpose. We have a purpose. We want to build something, we have a vision, and they co-own it. I mean, I can't give you the transcript of some of the meetings we had, but they have a say. Their voice is heard. They're part of the decision process, and that is very, very important. The third is skills. We literally stopped looking for people who would match a job description, and we looked for people who had potential, who had the skill set. So does age, or do age and experience really matter when you build a high-performance team? Yes, probably, because you need to provide guidance, you need to mentor the younger generation. But it doesn't really matter. If you find the right people, it works. Of course, there were mistakes. We made some mistakes on the way. Not everything was perfect. But if you can find these enablers, irrelevant of age, of experience, they might come from a different industry. If you can unearth them, they will show you that age and experience don't necessarily matter when you want to build a high-performance team. Of course, this experience changed me, changed the way I look at a number of things. I'm curious now, personally, to see what bias I'm going to give up next as part of my entrepreneurial journey. Thank you very much for listening to me today.